Good morning, everyone. I am Shweta Sarangi, and in your third semester, I'll teach you the environmental studies. Okay, so in the previous class, we have studied about the environmental pollution. Today, we are going to study about the social issues and the environment. It's your sixth chapter. Okay, so undoubtedly, man is related with environment, and he is solely depend on nature. But since few years, overexploitation of natural resources disrupt the environment. Environment affects our lifestyle, culture, social components, etc. Technological development also have great impacts on social and natural resources. Development doesn't mean the increase in GNP, gross national product, but it should be visualized in a holistic manner where it brings benefits to all. Though the nature and natural environment undergoes continual change, but man also produced some changes like domestication of animals, introduction of agriculture, development of industries, etc. The success of environmentally sound development depends on proper understanding of social needs, opportunities, and of environmental characteristics. Next is sustainable development. What do you mean by this? What are the objective? The main objective is developing technologies and modernizing our ambience without losing our cultural and traditional values and practices. Sustainable development is meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Optimum use of natural resources with high degree of reusability, minimum wastages, least generation of toxic byproducts, and maximum productivity. So there are two aspects of sustainable development. First is our intergenerational equity, and second is our intergenerational equity. So, freedom and sustainable development are mutually exclusive ideas. Freedom encourages people to do what they want to do. Sustainable development detects what people may and may not do. Freedom empowers people to control government. Sustainable development empowers government to control people. So, what do you mean by intergenerational equity? This emphasizes that we should stop overexploitation of our resources, reduce waste discharge and emissions, and maintaining an ecological balance. It expects to hand over a safe, healthy, and resourceful environment to the future generation. Okay. Next is our intragenerational equity. This emphasizes that technological development should support economic growth of the poor countries so as to reduce the weather gas within and between the nations. Okay. Next, we are going to study the measures for sustainable development. So there are following major measures for sustainable development. First one is to promote environmental education and awareness. 3R approach or the 4R approach, appropriate technology, utilizing resources as per carrying capacity of the environment. Okay, now I will tell you about the promoting environmental education and awareness. From childhood, we should develop a feeling of belongingness to earth. This can be possible by introducing environmental or environment as a subject in education from primary stage. Media can also be helpful in developing such feelings. The transformation of policy making process from one that reflects and is controlled by the will of the people to a process controlled by the selected elite who have found ways to impose policies fashioned by the international community to achieve what they believe to be sustainable development. Okay, the next is the 4R approach. The 4R approach means reduce, reuse, recycle, and refuse. So, what it means? Actually, we should reduce the excessive use of natural resources, but use them again and again or recycle them to be made new products again. We must refuse to overexploit our non renewable resources. Next is using appropriate technology. The technology should use less resources and produce minimum waste. It is over which locally adaptable, eco-friendly, resource efficient and culturally sustainable, suitable. Okay. Next is utilizing resources as per carrying capacity of the environment. Sustainability of a system depends largely upon the carrying capacity of the system. Okay, if carrying capacity of a system crossed environmental degradation status and continues till it reaches a point of no return. Carrying capacity has two basic components. First one is supporting components and second one is assimilative component or assimilative capacity. So, what is supporting capacity? It is formed of productive and protective system. Assimilative capacity, it is formed of the systems which utilize the waste produced by human activities. The key to sustainable growth is not to less but to produce differently, offering solutions to a broad range of environmental problems. To achieve sustainability, economic growth cannot be based on over exploitation of the resources but must be managed to enhance the resource base. Okay. Next is urban problem related to energy. Urban areas are developing very fast. In most of cities, there is influx of population from surrounding areas, mostly in search of employment and better living conditions. Therefore, it is difficult to accommodate all the industrial, commercial, and residential facilities within limit. As a result, cities are spreading into suburban or to rural areas. Uncontrolled population, irregular development are the main factor for resetting facilities in urban areas. Energy is required in every walk of life like industry, transport, defense, agriculture, trade education, domestic etc. Cities are the main centers of economic growth. Hence, energy is the most important input for development. The energy requirements of urban population are much higher than that of rural ones. Okay. Energy problems become more severe due to the limited amount of non-renewable source of energy. Rapid utilization of fossil fuels produces increased production of waste which causes environmental pollution. Energy problem day by day becoming serious. People are facing for power cut. Energy demand is higher than production. There are following main causes of energy problems. Okay, like increasing use of energy or for domestic and commercial purposes due to increased population and industrialization. Non-renewable resources of energy like coal, petroleum and natural gas are decreasing. Increasing of transport means decreasing production of hydroelectricity due to insufficient rains. Transmission loss due to defective power distribution system. In industrial plants using big proportion of energy. So these are the main causes of energy problems in urban areas. Okay, so next class we are going to study about the steps to solve the energy related problems in urban areas. What should we do to control or to minimize the energy related problem? Okay, thank you.